Hi, this is Renee from Professional Parents, and this is week 2 of my vlog, my video blog. So last week I started with a 5-minute video, and I promised myself that I would blog every weekend. I wrote a post on Professional Parents, which I'm looking at here, and I set myself some rules. I said that I'm going to do it weekly. It will be no more than 5 minutes. It will not be edited. It would be focused on my quest for family-work balance, and it would be an invitation for a conversation because I'd love to hear from anyone watching this. And I've already broken my rules. So it's Monday morning, and I thought about doing this vlog several times over the weekend, but I guess as in real life as a parent, I thought about it very often, and then I get interrupted with one thing or the other. But I'm learning that if I set myself something, it's okay to break the rules and not be too hard on myself. So it's Monday morning, and here it is. This week, I've decided to just talk about a typical week. And it's difficult to know what a typical week is, actually, because I don't think I have one. What I thought I'd do is have a look at this iPad is my brain. Everything in here is in my calendar. So almost daily, I stop and have a look at what's on my calendar to just get an overview of the week. And I think I'd really struggle without that. So last week, let's just go through a week very quickly, what a week's like for me. And I would love to hear what life's like for you out there that is balancing family and work. So on Monday, the first thing on my list is return library books. Last Monday, the girls had some books out from the library. I had to make sure that they got back. And sure enough, when we got there, the lady says, oh, there's 2 things missing. There were 2 videos that were still upstairs that I'd forgotten about. So I had to take them back the next day. Then I had a meeting scheduled with my main client, and that didn't work out. He was busy with something else, so I ended up just working from home that morning. And then I had a meeting at the Hague University. I'd love to teach, and I had the opportunity to go in and talk to them about possibly giving some social media lectures. So that was quite exciting. I'm not quite sure what will happen with that, so I'm waiting to hear back. Then it was, I suppose I should have started in the morning. I dropped the kids off at school at 8:30, and then I had to pick them up at 3. And I had a meeting with my eldest daughter's teacher at 4:30. So it was kind of rush home, get the kids some food, and then we went back down. And they played outside while I talked to the teacher. And it was supposed to only be a 10-minute talk that turned into half an hour, partly because being from Australia and now living here in the Netherlands, we had quite a bit to talk about with language. And I was quite proud that the teacher had no idea that my daughter's only been here in the Netherlands for 2 years. So she's doing really well with her Dutch language. So that was a busy Monday, then come home, make dinner. And Tuesday I worked at home all day, and again, dropping the kids off at school. We only live about a 200-metre walk from the school, so that's very, very handy. And it means that it's only about a 5-minute walk down there and back, if that. Worked at home, powered through a lot of news stories, and I do a mixture of content creation and social media, so a lot of sitting behind my computer, typing away like this. And then pick up the girls at 3 again, swimming lessons. And that evening I went to a event. I was so exhausted and I just didn't feel like going anywhere. But I went, and it was a business networking event in Dutch, which I find quite difficult. My Nederlands is vrij goed. My Dutch is quite good. And it was the marketing manager, I've forgotten his title, but marketing solutions manager for the Benelux for LinkedIn, and I love social media, so I found myself quite energized from that. The next morning was a very early start for another networking event, again in Dutch, and that was the Ondernemers Ontbijt. And that was quite exciting because it was the beginning of the peace rally in The Hague. So there were a lot of beautiful, expensive cars. I don't even know what half of them were, but they were beautiful. And I got to photograph that and talk to people, partly for fun and networking, but also to write a news article on it for a website that I write for. Then it was to race back and pick up my youngest daughter from school for speech therapy. She is still learning Dutch and also has some issues with the way that she uses her tongue when she speaks either language. So I have to pick her up at 11:15 for that. Went to that, and children finished school at 12 on a Wednesday here in the Netherlands. So picked up both girls, and I can't even remember what we did that afternoon. I think we watched, oh, that's right, I know now. We watched the Lego movie that we'd gotten out from the library, and just did some family stuff together. I had a friend come over, and that was quite a nice afternoon. Thursday, worked at home again. The girls have a full day from 8:30 to 3, pick them up at dance class. Then I had a au pair come and help. My friend's au pair up the road sometimes comes and helps me out. So she took them down to dance class because I had a meeting with a client, and that was a lot of fun actually. She's does workshops on storytelling, and I really enjoyed that. And then another networking event, the Women's Business Initiative, and that was fantastic. A friend of mine spoke about outsourcing and really good tips for us who balance work and family. Friday was a bit more of a relaxed day, another half day for the girls. Saturday was 2 family birthday parties, and yesterday, Sunday, just a bit of a chill out day. I have a friend coming from Australia to visit today, a bit of tidying, organising, and just relax. So there, I don't have a timer in front of me. I think I've hit the 5 minutes now, and talking through that, it sounds like, oh, it's so busy and it's so boring to other people. And I'm sharing it though, because I'm sure that a lot of you out there are also having crazy busy weeks running around trying to fit in family and work. And I find that it helps me to hear what other people are doing. So that's what my life is like. And I'd love to hear your comments. So that's video blog number 2.